Welcome to Bourbon Blondes. I'm Amber.
And I'm Lori.
And today we are going to talk about celebrity bourbons. So you might have noticed in the last few years, a lot of celebrities do tequila and vodkas.
Yeah.
And now there's so many getting into bourbon.
Because bourbon is the hot new thing, right?
Yeah, exactly. So we thought, why not learn their stories and try them out and see.
Are they any good?
Right, exactly.
Right? Or is it just a name?
Yes. So how we're gonna do this today is we have 5 different bourbons, and we're gonna start with the bourbons that have the lowest proof and work our way up.
That's a good idea. Sounds great.
So our first one is Long Branch. Now this is a wild turkey, and our celebrity is Matthew McConaughey.
All right. McConaughey?
So, I mean, I imagine this must be delicious.
It better be. Or I'm going to be sorely disappointed.
And so he worked with master distiller Eddie Russell.
Okay. Yes, the wild turkey dude.
Yeah, so the nice thing about this is it's a great price point of $40.
Okay.
And also, like I said, the proof is 86. So not too crazy.
All right.
Very sippable. And if you're just getting into bourbon, again, you're not going to get like that immediate crazy burn.
Have you tried this?
I have not. I've never had this before.
All right.
I'm really excited.
Let's do it.
I will pour us some. Trying to keep them a little small since we have 5.
Yes, please.
So the story that Matthew McConaughey said, which I thought was really interesting, is he is from Texas. So he said if Kentucky and Texas became best friends, this is what they would be.
Okay. That seems, I've heard analogies like that before, like Kentucky and Texas had a baby.
So if they were best friends in a bottle, here they are.
This is what they would be.
Yeah.
That makes more sense because, you know, bourbon is about sharing and making memories
And he does reference that too, of drinking this around a campfire with your friends.
Perfect. I like it already. Let's hope it tastes as good as it sounds.
It smells good. I'm definitely getting some vanilla and caramel.
Yes. Yeah, I agree with that. I will agree. That's a very easy sipper. The low proof certainly helps with that.
The other thing he referenced is a Texas mesquite.
Okay. It's okay for me. I'm sorry, Matthew McConaughey. Please don't cross me off your list.
Keep the Bourbon Blondes on your list.
It's just okay for me.
I think it is, though, a good starter for new bourbon drinkers.
Sure.
You don't get a hug, you don't get the burn.
There's not a lot of burn, but there's not a whole lot of distinct flavor either for me. It's just kind of there. It doesn't stand out. I wouldn't say wow.
I would definitely serve this to my girlfriend that is never had bourbon before. That's like, oh, I don't know, it's gonna be really harsh.
I don't know about you, but my husband always buys like barrel proof stuff and cask strength stuff, and it's hard for me sometimes to find a sipping bourbon in our bar that's like less, than 100 proof. So it's nice to have an option that's not super, super hot.
And the celebrity behind it, I'm sure when I say, this is Matthew McConaughey's, my girlfriends are gonna say, oh, I wanna try that.
Well, sure. Yeah. I don't know if I would recommend this to like a non-bourbon fan. There isn't something specific about it that I think would be enticing to a non-bourbon fan. It's not particularly sweet, which is usually what I go for my non-bourbon drinking friends. But it is smooth. I almost want to compare it to Blanton's in a way. I know a lot of you have a hard time getting Blanton's, and that's like kind of a unicorn thing. But around here, Blanton's isn't that hard to find, and some people find it a little overrated.
Well, the nice thing is the price point on this. It's
Yes.
going to be much more affordable than the Blanton's.
So how easy is this to find?
We had to check maybe 2 stores.
Okay.
So it wasn't at our local grocery store. We did have to call a liquor store and we were able to find it.
Okay. Yeah, it didn't wow me. I'm sorry, Matthew. Don't hate me.
But if you do want something just real simple, easy, cost-effective in your bar to serve to the bourbon newbies, or maybe that are super, super intimidated that say, no way, I won't try bourbon, this might be a really nice one to just say, just try this, a little of this, and they won't be scared off.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good conversation piece.
Mhm.
Always add to it. And you could use that as a mixer. It's not so high price point that you want to make sure you're drinking it straight. It'd be a great mixer.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you, Matthew McConaughey.
All right.
This is going to be fun.
So this is called Blackened, and this one has a really cool story. So this is with the master distiller, Dave Pickerel,
Okay.
and Metallica.
All right. Which
So-
makes sense. Blackened.
Yes.
Blackened.
So how this is made is they actually, while it's in the bourbon barrels, play a playlist of different Metallica music.
So I'm picturing barrels of bourbon in a barn, and Metallica playlists are blasting at these bourbon barrels, and they're like vibrating from it, right? So
Correct.
it makes the bourbon kind of move in the barrels and gets that like oak infusion faster
So
than a normal aging process would do,
And
right?
different bottles have different playlists as well. So that's really cool too. So the band picks the playlist.
Okay.
This whole process, it's like a whole sound engineering process, has a patent now. It's trademarked as black noise.
So I've heard of playing music for your plants to see how it changes, how they grow and thrive versus shrivel up and die. I don't know if anybody's done Metallica for their plants before, but we're gonna see what it does for bourbon.
Yes, so I'm very excited to try this.
That is a super cool story. And maybe it's just gimmicky, and maybe their bourbon sucks. I don't know.
We'll find out
We're
here
gonna
in just
find
a
out.
second.
But I gotta give them some props for the marketing content here, because that is pretty interesting. And even if it's terrible and we don't ever want to buy another bottle, they got at least one bottle of us. How much was this?
This one is $45
Okay, that's not bad.
and 90 proof.
Okay, also not bad. All right.
Oh, this has a much different smell.
Yes, it does. Oh, okay. Is that bananas? I think that's bananas. Do you smell bananas? I smell cake, like vanilla, like yellow cake.
Do you smell mint? On the end?
I can't say that I smell mint.
I'm not getting heavy vanilla or caramel per se.
This is interesting though.
Sweet,
The other
though.
one like did almost nothing for me. And this is much more fun.
This one is
I'm
more
getting
maybe
stuff out of
cinnamon.
this.
Maybe a cinnamon.
That could be. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
cool.
taste it.
Okay.
I'm tired of smelling it. Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, that's a much, much different taste. But I like it.
It tastes different than it smells to me.
It tastes like fall to me.
I agree. I agree. That's got to be the baking spices. It does have a more warm, comforting sort of flavor to it.
there's a lot more depth.
There is. It's warm. I'm getting a little bit of burn. It's not really hot. It's not super high proof, obviously. Now, this is one I would recommend. This is more along the lines of yummy. The other one was just okay.
And this would be good at a campfire too.
Yes. That warm, fuzzy feeling. And it's got a cool story.
And I don't feel like it would scare people away either. It's got a little burn, but it's not.
No, it's
harsh
not like
by any
120 proof or anything.
Metallica did a great job.
Yeah, I'm in agreement. This is good stuff. I like it.
So you can put on some Metallica and pour yourself a drink. And
were you a Metallica fan back in the day?
So my husband is a huge fan, and he has been to several concerts.
Really?
Yep.
I was a Metallica fan because I had a crush on a boy who was a Metallica fan. So then, you know, it just kind of it just happens. But I've never been to a concert. It's so cool though. I like that a lot. I'm gonna set that one aside. I might come back to that one later. I don't want to just like let it go.
Yeah, very, very good. So this technique they use obviously works.
They're new oak barrels, right? A blend of straight whiskeys finished in black brandy casks. Okay,
So that's where this maybe a little sweetness.
So there is some nuances that they added to this. It's not just straight up new oak barrels. Listen to this. I'm just gonna read the back of the bottle for you. Blackened, period. A bold collaboration of the finest hand-selected whiskeys, an unrivaled composition of craft and creativity, born in cask, forged in sound. How cool is that?
Very cool. I love it.
All right, they win. Marketing win.
That's a great one.
Good job, Metallica. All right,
Awesome.
number 2 is a winner.
So 3 chord
Tell me about it.
it is a perfectly tuned taste.
Perfectly, it better be. If they're gonna say it is, it's gotta be. All right, who made it?
This is Neil Giraldo, and I hope I pronounced that right, and I'm so sorry if I didn't. He is the husband of Pat Benatar.
Oh, okay. Like, I don't know who Neil Giraldo is.
And
Okay, Pat Benatar. I know Pat Benatar.
yes.
Good enough.
She is a classic.
Sure.
Awesome 80s girl power.
Yep.
Yeah. And this one is 107 proof.
Okay.
So we're moving on up.
Moving on up.
And this is $75 a bottle.
Okay. Moving on up in price as well.
This one we actually had in our bar already. So I couldn't tell you how easy it is to get because we already had it on hand.
Okay. It's up to you.
The story on this one, which I love and I do think it's really cool, is he was sitting with his friends in the studio talking about harmony and talking about, you know, how you make great music and what goes into that. And then while they were having that conversation, they were drinking bourbon.
Is he a musician himself?
Yes.
Oh.
So then they were talking about when you know, how it's that same delicate thing of all the different things that go into a great bourbon, just like things that go into a great song. And so that's how they started developing 3-chord.
Awesome.
And 3-chord too is blues. So it was 3 chords that he used in blues.
Okay.
And so that's kind of this.
So he's a blues artist. Okay. Now I'm excited. I'm a big fan of blues. You ever been to Blues Fest?
in Kalamazoo.
Yeah.
Yes. It's been a while.
Yeah, me too.
So my daughter was born the weekend of Blues Fest, and it was the hospital's downtown, and we could hear it going on. And I told my husband, I said, if you want to go down there, it's fine.
Oh my gosh!
But he said, no, honey, I'll stay up here with you.
That is a great story. I did not set that up. That seems like a setup. That did not.
Yeah.
That was not a setup.
Because he loves blues, so I felt, I mean, I already had her. It was just like the day after, so I'm like, honey, it's fine. If you need a break, go down to Blues Fest.
Go down to Blues Fest. I might have met you sooner. Who knows? All right, let's see.
Oh, this smells good.
Oh,
It's more light.
I got a lot of alcohol in the nose when I stuck my nose in there. It's definitely higher proof. I'm almost having a hard time sniffing it because it's so high proof.
This one will give us a burn, I
I
imagine.
anticipate that.
Yeah, you can't tell the
It's-
flavors by the smell.
No, I'm getting so much alcohol on the nose that I can't really discern the notes. Maybe it just needs a minute. You swirl it a little bit. Was that brand new, that bottle? Okay, well sometimes, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Sometimes it needs like a little air to really get its flavors going. I'm still having a hard time.
The only thing I'm getting is maybe some clove. Do you get clove?
Oh gosh, now that you say that, I haven't smelled clove since college. When I thought it'd be cool to smoke clove cigarettes. Don't do that. You're right though.
Oh, yeah, that's what I
There's
get.
a little clove in there. Okay, it's calming down a little bit. I can smell it a little better now.
So before tasting it, I'm going to guess that this is for a more seasoned bourbon drinker. Just based on the smell, I wouldn't give this to a newbie. It might scare him off.
Yes, I agree. I'm gonna taste it.
It's way more smooth than it smells.
It is.
That's interesting.
I wouldn't say it's super smooth, but it's almost kind of creamy in a way.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I can feel it on the tip of my tongue and I can feel it at the back, but in the middle is just kind of creamy. If that makes any sense. I don't know if that
It's
makes
really
sense.
interesting though. Like, just based on the smell, I was judging by the smell. I just thought
But it was
immediate
gonna
burn,
be burny.
and it's
and-
not. I mean, you definitely get a hug, a little warmth, but not what I had expected.
Yeah, I agree. It is more of a soft, comforting burn, if that makes any sense. Like a heated blanket.
Like that warm hug.
But
It's growing on me.
it smells different than it tastes.
Agreed.
Like,
The smell, don't judge it by its smell.
distinctly different
Mhm.
than it smells.
Mhm.
That's very interesting. Like, I almost feel like the scent is a little sour in a way. I don't know how to describe that. But the
definitely
taste is
gets
like
you right
sweet
here.
and mellow. Yeah, it does. That is weird.
Honestly, I feel like this could be a one of those kind of secret where you're like, oh my gosh.
Something different.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would
The
go like
unique
reach
thing.
for this, like that's my favorite or anything, but it's different. The
If
flavor.
you can get past the nose, the flavor is great.
right.
Now so here's the interesting thing. I'm starting to get caramel.
In the flavor, I do like the flavor. It's just the nose I'm not real.
Yeah, you're
fond
right.
of.
I keep going
but
back.
it's okay. And maybe it's just gonna grow on me. But I can't let it because I have more to go.
Got good lines.
Yes.
It'll be interesting to see how we're
like
tasting it here.
Yes.
And when we get down here.
That's a good point, which we won't do today.
no.
But that's a very good point because once you have it past, they call it a shoulder, that
And-
makes a big difference.
And when
So-
I poured it, it was not past the shoulder.
No.
I poured just past. So it will get better as we go down.
Yeah.
I would say this is
come back.
still a great addition to your bar.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's an interesting flavor. I mean, nobody wants the same stuff in their bar. They want a variety, something that, you know, is interesting on the palate and show somebody something different. If they're bourbon fans, maybe they haven't had this one before.
I'm getting more and more depth as I drink more of it. More flavors. Well, I'm gonna say this is a good job.
You gonna give it a thumb up?
I am. I'm gonna give it
Okay.
a thumb up. I
Cool.
like it.
All right.
It's unique and different. I can get past the nose.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna try another one?
Yep.
Okay.